How to be silently attractive. 9 psychological tricks. Stoicism. Have you ever wondered why some people can walk into a room and instantly command attention without uttering a single word? What if I told you that there are subtle psychological tricks that can make you silently attractive, and these principles are deeply rooted in ancient wisdom? Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Today we're diving into the art of silent attraction through 9 powerful psychological tricks, all grounded in the teachings of Stoicism. This isn't just about gaining attention, it's about cultivating a magnetic presence that resonates with your true self. Stoicism, an age-old philosophy, offers us profound insights into human nature and behavior. By mastering its principles, you can enhance your silent attractiveness and draw people in without saying a word. This is about more than just charisma. It's about developing an authentic aura that speaks volumes. In this video, we'll explore how Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, and temperance can transform your presence. These timeless principles will guide you to remain calm, confident, and captivating, no matter the situation. You'll learn how to project an inner strength that silently communicates confidence and integrity. Join us on this journey as we unlock the secrets of silent attraction. Hit the subscribe button and stay with us to discover how you can become irresistibly compelling in a world that often values noise over substance. Embrace the power of quiet strength and learn how to let your presence speak louder than words. Let's get started on this transformative path, where each step will teach you to embody the calm, resilient, and silently powerful essence of Stoicism. Number 1. Ask yourself what your limits are. Have you ever been content with less than what you could have? Our lives often have times when we don't really question the limits we've set for ourselves for days, weeks, or even years. But this is where the important question, why not, comes up. It's a simple question, but it can help us get past the fear and routine that are holding us back. Now, the Stoics were not inactive. They did not let life happen to them because they were full of stoicism. They took charge of their lives and constantly looked at their choices, actions, and relationships through the lens of virtue and self-improvement. A Stoic would ask, why not take the path that leads to growth? When they had to make a choice or deal with a problem, it's not about taking chances without thinking. It's about making choices that are in line with your better self and core ideals. So, if you're at a crossroads and not sure whether to step into the unknown or make your efforts better, stop and ask yourself, why? Why not try to get that raise, start that project, or trust your dreams? Our futures are shaped in these times of choice. But here's the catch. Why is not just about facing problems from the outside. Why is also about facing stories inside our heads that hold us back. It's about fighting self-doubt, fear of failing, and being happy with the way things are. It's a call to action that tells you to stop being average and accept your greatness. Remember all the Stoic heroes you know, from Seneca to Marcus Aurelius. They saw problems as chances to learn and grow. They didn't settle for a simple, easy life. Instead, they chose the road of virtue, strength, and personal greatness. When you ask yourself, why not, you are doing just that. You're ready to take on life head-on, to learn and grow, and to come out of it better and smarter. When you start to question yourself, remember that you have the power to change the story and the strength to go beyond what you think you can do. Think like a Stoic and ask yourself, why not? See how far your interest, courage, and dedication can take you. The journey to being silently attractive begins with a deep understanding of your own limitations and the courage to push beyond them. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you start questioning your limits, you open doors to new possibilities. It's about taking control of your life and making conscious decisions that align with your highest ideals. Reflect on the times you've settled for less. How often have you convinced yourself that you couldn't do better? The Stoics teach us that this is the time to challenge those narratives. Instead of accepting mediocrity, ask yourself why you shouldn't aim higher. This mindset shift is not about reckless risk-taking, but about thoughtful, intentional growth. Each decision you make with the question, "Why not?" in mind, propels you toward a future shaped by courage and determination. Embrace the Stoic approach by seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." By viewing obstacles through this lens, you transform potential setbacks into stepping stones for personal development. The question, "Why not?" becomes a powerful tool against the internal stories of self-doubt and fear. It's an invitation to push past the comfort of the status quo and strive for personal excellence. Remember, the great Stoics didn't achieve their wisdom by avoiding life's difficulties. They faced them head-on, learning and growing stronger with each challenge. In modern life, this principle is incredibly relevant. We live in a world full of distractions and easy outs, making it tempting to settle for what's immediately comfortable rather than what's ultimately fulfilling. The practice of asking, "Why not?" encourages us to pause and reflect, pushing us to strive for more meaningful achievements. Whether it's pursuing a long-held dream, asking for a well-deserved promotion, or starting a new project, this question helps break down the barriers of fear and inertia. So next time you find yourself at a crossroads, channel your inner Stoic and ask, "Why not?" You may find that the path to silent attraction and personal fulfillment lies just beyond the limits you once thought were unbreakable. Number 2. The need to always be making progress. The need to always be making progress is a fundamental principle that aligns perfectly with the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, who emphasized the importance of perpetual forward movement and continuous self-improvement. This idea is central to Stoic philosophy, which encourages focusing on aspects of life that can be changed, like our virtues, actions, and reactions, rather than striving for an unattainable perfection. Instead of fixating on flaws, the Stoics advocated for steady, incremental progress. And that's what I want you to embrace: a mindset of relentless reflection and improvement. Whether it's honing your professional skills, nurturing your relationships, or fostering a community that promotes inner peace, progress should be the core of all your endeavors. When you consistently work on bettering yourself, you naturally align with the Stoic virtue of self-control. This journey isn't about seeking external validation, but about becoming the best version of yourself for your own sake. Importantly, this pursuit of self-betterment shouldn't involve harshness or self-criticism. Instead, it should be rooted in kindness and determination. Recognize and celebrate small victories as steps forward in your journey, while always keeping an eye on the next phase of your personal evolution. Mistakes and failures are inevitable, but a true Stoic views these not as setbacks, but as opportunities for learning and growth. How then can you maintain this focus on progress? Start by setting clear, deliberate goals that resonate with your core values. Each day, reflect on your actions and decisions, asking yourself how they contribute to your growth objectives. For example, think about a professional environment where continuous improvement is key. Consider an individual in a demanding job who balances multiple projects. Each day they encounter challenges that test their skills and patience. Rather than seeing these challenges as burdens, they view them as opportunities to learn and grow. They set small, achievable goals for each project, reflecting daily on what went well and what could be improved. This practice not only enhances their professional abilities, but also instills a sense of satisfaction and progress. Now let me share a story from modern life that illustrates this concept vividly. Imagine a young entrepreneur launching a startup. She faces numerous setbacks, from funding issues to product failures. However, she embraces each obstacle as a lesson. She continually adapts her strategies, learns new skills, and seeks feedback from mentors. Over time, her persistence and commitment to progress pay off as her startup begins to gain traction and success. Her story is a testament to the power of constant improvement and the Stoic principle of seeing failures as valuable lessons rather than defeats. So, what steps can you take to ensure you're always making progress? Start by identifying your core values and setting goals that align with them. Regularly assess your actions and choices, and be honest about areas needing improvement. Cultivate a mindset of resilience, viewing challenges as opportunities for growth. Celebrate your small victories and use them as motivation to keep moving forward. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is a continuous one. It's not about perfection, but about making consistent, meaningful progress. By adopting this mindset, you can live a life that is not only fulfilling, but also in harmony with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Ask yourself, how can you incorporate this principle of continuous progress into your daily life? What small steps can you take today to move closer to your goals? Ultimately, the lesson here is clear. Embrace the process of becoming, not just the end result. Celebrate your growth, learn from your setbacks, and always strive to be a better version of yourself. This approach will not only enhance your personal and professional life, but also bring a deeper sense of fulfillment and inner peace. Number 3. Live your life with energy and purpose. Embracing the essence of Stoicism involves embodying energy and purpose in every aspect of your life. Picture this. Individuals renowned for their resilience, unwavering in their commitment, and profoundly grounded in their beliefs. Stoics, in their pursuit of a meaningful life, engage wholeheartedly in whatever they undertake, not for acclaim or recognition, but driven by the conviction that this full engagement is the crux of a virtuous life. Have you ever considered what it truly means to commit to your tasks and interests with such intensity? The value of our endeavors does not necessarily rest in the outcomes, but rather in the depth of our dedication. Stoics channel immense energy into every facet of their lives, ensuring that lethargy never dims the vibrant pursuit of their goals. They utilize their thoughts, choices, and actions as tools to sculpt their futures daily. But committing fully is more than just about the actions you take. It's profoundly about the manner in which you undertake them. How often do you infuse sincerity, passion, and integrity into your activities? Whether you're working on a project, spending quality time with your loved ones, or indulging in self-reflection, being completely present and engaged signifies a true commitment. Facing adversities head-on with courage and inner strength defines the Stoic way of overcoming challenges. This approach doesn't just help navigate through difficulties, it enriches your personal growth and strengthens your relationships. Now, let's reflect for a moment. How can you start to live your life with such vigor and dedication? Begin by identifying what truly matters to you, your fundamental beliefs, your key goals, and your deepest passions. Commit to these with all your heart. What does it mean to you to live up to the highest standards and strive daily not out of obligation, but from a desire to lead a fulfilling and authentic life? Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is poor." This perspective invites us to consider whether it's more valuable to chase endless desires or to immerse fully in our current pursuits. Living with purpose and dedication is not an occasional act. It's a daily practice, a philosophy that permeates every breath and every moment. If you embrace this way of life, what impact do you think it will have on your goals and your sense of fulfillment? Imagine the profound sense of purpose and satisfaction that comes from knowing you are living true to your principles every single day. How will you begin this journey towards a stoically attractive lifestyle? And what first step will you take today to align more closely with your core values? Thanks for tuning into today's video. Before we dive into the next topic, I want to acknowledge your presence and say how grateful I am to have you in our community. I invite you to contribute your experiences or insights. If you're not sure what to contribute, feel free to drop a comment with, "I am a newbie," if you're new here, or "I am Stoic," if you've been following us for some time. Your active involvement is not just appreciated. It truly inspires and energizes our efforts. Now, shall we move forward on this path together? Number 4. Stay on your way. In an era rife with distractions and the incessant clamor of modern life, the wisdom of ancient Stoicism emerges as a guiding light for those seeking to embody a quietly magnetic persona. Epictetus, a luminary in Stoic philosophy, once declared, "It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters." This profound insight lays the foundation for our exploration of how to be silently attractive through psychological finesse and steadfastness. Stoicism teaches us the virtue of constancy and the significance of adhering to one's path, especially in a world teeming with reasons to deviate. By committing to your journey and your values, you are not merely participating in life. You are taking a stand for something greater than yourself. This dedication to your principles is not just a reflection of your resolve. It also enhances your allure by projecting depth and integrity. Consider the concept of staying true to your course. This does not imply rigidity, but rather a dynamic adherence to one's core values, adapting as circumstances require but never losing sight of your ultimate goals. It's about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and where you are headed. Your own North Star guiding you through life's storms. Such clarity in life's direction equates to a compelling presence that others find both intriguing and admirable. Moreover, navigating life with a Stoic mindset involves cultivating a profound sense of self-awareness and self-control. It's about making deliberate choices that align with your beliefs and goals, even when they are unpopular or challenging. This inner strength and resilience not only fortify your character, but also enhance your psychological appeal. By viewing challenges and setbacks as opportunities to strengthen your resolve and reaffirm your path, you develop an unshakable core that radiates confidence and attracts respect. How, then, can one maintain this trajectory? Begin with introspection. Reflect deeply on your life's beliefs, goals, and overarching purpose. Understand that resilience is key. Facing life's vicissitudes with courage and perseverance is not just a survival tactic, but a means to thrive and exude a captivating calmness. Remember, the path to silent attractiveness is paved with the stones of discipline, purpose, and unwavering commitment to one's ethos. In summary, embodying silent attraction through Stoic principles is a profound journey of self-discovery, steadfastness, and ethical living. It's about being a beacon of stability in a volatile world, which in itself is a powerful attractor. As Marcus Aurelius aptly put it, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. In doing so, you not only enrich your life, but also become a silently compelling presence that is psychologically irresistible. Number 5. Don't worry about the results. When was the last time you found yourself obsessing over the outcome of your efforts, maybe at work or while pursuing a personal goal? It's a common mindset, driven by a culture that often tells us our worth is measured by our achievements. However, embracing a Stoic perspective offers a liberating shift, encouraging us to detach from these outcomes and redefine what success really means. Stoicism teaches us that while we can steer our actions and set noble goals, the end results aren't always under our control. This understanding frees us from the burden of outcomes and allows us to fully immerse ourselves in our endeavors with passion and integrity. Picture you're working on a project that's close to your heart. You pour your energy and creativity into it, not because you crave recognition or rewards, but because you truly believe in what you're doing. How transformative would it be to engage in your work with such pure motivation? This approach isn't about abandoning ambition, but about enriching your journey with values like sincerity, courage, and perseverance, qualities that truly define your growth and success from a Stoic viewpoint. Now let's bring this concept to life with a modern-day scenario. Picture Alex, a young entrepreneur whose startup isn't taking off as expected despite her hard work and innovative ideas. Instead of spiraling into frustration, Alex embraces Stoic principles. She focuses on refining her skills, deepening her knowledge, and strengthening her resilience. She measures her progress by her personal development rather than just market success. Alex's story illustrates the power of focusing on what can be controlled, our actions and outlook, not the fluctuating tides of fortune. What about you? How can you apply this Stoic wisdom to your own life? Start by reflecting on your core values and the traits you wish to cultivate. When anxiety about outcomes creeps in, gently remind yourself of what's within your control, shifting your focus from external validation to internal growth. In conclusion, adopting a Stoic approach to life doesn't mean you stop caring about results or cease setting goals. It means you find freedom in focusing on the process and personal virtues. By doing so, you gain a profound sense of purpose and joy in your daily activities, regardless of their outcomes. How will you redefine success to align with who you truly want to be? Let's carry this conversation forward and explore ways we can all embody the timeless wisdom of Stoicism in our modern hustle. Number 6. What you put out is what you get back. If you are a mirror, not just reflecting the superficial aspects of life but deeply mirroring what lies within and what you project outward, it's a powerful Stoic belief that by cultivating virtues like honesty, kindness, and resilience, these qualities will shine in your life, attracting positive relationships and circumstances. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot alter the world, we have the complete power to transform our conduct within it. By striving to embody the best version of ourselves, we naturally create a life that echoes these virtues. Now, let me ask you, how often do you pause to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and actions? Engaging in regular self-reflection helps us identify areas for personal growth and develop the virtues that resonate most deeply with us. Whether it's showing compassion towards others, facing challenges with courage, or persisting towards personal goals, cultivating these traits is essential. Remember, this journey isn't about achieving perfection or never slipping up. It's about maintaining a conscious awareness of our inner state and how it manifests externally. The challenge lies in aligning our actions with our core values, a task that is undoubtedly demanding but profoundly rewarding. In essence, each moment of failure, each stumble, is not a defeat, but an opportunity to learn, to rise, and to continue on our path of self-improvement. This Stoic perspective empowers us to construct our reality actively, embracing that although we cannot control every aspect of life, we can control our responses and the person we choose to be. As you align your essence with your highest aspirations, you'll notice the world around you begins to mirror these qualities. Reflect on this. How are you ensuring that your daily actions reflect the virtues you most admire? Engaging with this question is not just about introspection, it's about action. It's about making a tangible impact on the world around you by first fostering change within yourself. This process of transformation is what silently draws others to you, not through overt gestures or loud declarations, but through the compelling power of your character. This silent attraction, rooted in deep personal integrity and virtue, is incredibly powerful. So I encourage you to walk this path of reflection, growth, and alignment. After all, as you shape your inner world, the outer world shapes around you, reflecting not just what you are, but what you aspire to be. If you've reached this part of this video, you've already embraced the quiet strength within. Drop a comment saying, "Silence is my strength," to celebrate your commitment to mastering these psychological tricks. Don't go anywhere. There's even more wisdom to uncover. Stay tuned. Number 7. Take the test right now. In the nuanced tapestry of life, challenges often appear as formidable foes. Yet the wise words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca remind us, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. This timeless maxim encapsulates the profound essence of Stoicism and serves as a guiding beacon for those traversing the rugged terrains of existence. Indeed, the very nature of adversity is not to defeat, but to elevate, transforming obstacles into opportunities for profound personal growth and enlightenment. Take a moment to reflect on the adversities you've faced. Our knee-jerk reactions might range from anger to despair, yet these emotions signal more than mere discomfort. They herald the beginning of a journey toward self-discovery and empowerment. Stoicism does not diminish the severity of problems. Rather, it acknowledges their potential to inflict pain while simultaneously revealing their capacity to foster an equal or greater benefit. The real measure of our failure or success lies not in the nature of the problem itself, but in our response to it. By reframing our perspective, viewing each challenge as a hidden opportunity, we shift from being passive observers of our fate to active participants in our destiny. How then can we apply the Stoic belief that the obstacle is the way in our daily lives? It begins with a shift in mindset. When confronted with a challenge, pause to consider what lessons it might hold and how it could catalyze growth. Utilize these challenges not as drains on your energy or spirit, but as catalysts to enhance your resilience, creativity, and resolve. Consider each difficulty as a stepping stone, fortifying your character and sculpting your personal narrative. The adversities you overcome, the barriers you breach, and the persistence you exhibit collectively shape your identity. Each obstacle encountered offers a unique opportunity to cultivate virtues like patience, courage, and adaptability, thereby rendering you not only wiser but inherently stronger. Moreover, navigating through troubles often demands innovative thinking and a willingness to venture into uncharted territories. Such times of turmoil beckon us to expand our horizons, to think differently, and to discover abilities previously unrecognized. Adopting a Stoic approach to these trials, we learn to appreciate the growth they foster, nurturing a sense of gratitude for our journey, complete with its peaks and valleys, and recognizing that the most significant lessons are often learned in the throes of hardship. Thus, as you navigate the complexities of modern life, embrace each challenge with the understanding that it is not a harbinger of defeat, but a herald of growth. By embodying the Stoic virtues of resilience and adaptability, you not only enhance your own life, but also serve as a beacon of silent attractiveness, demonstrating that true strength lies not in overt displays, but in the quiet confidence of overcoming and evolving through life's inevitable challenges. Number 8. Do not do much, but do good. In today's bustling world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the enormity of our ambitions and the complexity of our tasks. You might find yourself pondering, what impact can my single action have? Yet it's essential to remember that monumental achievements are often the cumulative result of many small efforts. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes resilience and practical wisdom, teaches us the power of focusing on what we can control, our actions and responses. Instead of being daunted by the sheer scale of our goals, Stoicism guides us to concentrate on the present, encouraging us to commit to the right and necessary tasks at hand, no matter how trivial they might seem. Let's apply this wisdom to our daily lives. Start by breaking down your overarching goals into manageable steps that are within your reach. What can you accomplish today, even if it's just a small stride toward your larger ambition? Remember, the significance lies in the consistency and persistence of your actions, not their volume. Each small step is crucial. It lays the groundwork for the achievement of your broader objectives. This Stoic approach not only helps us find value and meaning in the journey itself, but also enhances our engagement and productivity by focusing on the immediate tasks. Consider this modern example. Emily, a young entrepreneur, dreams of running a successful, sustainable business. Instead of getting lost in the vastness of her ambition, she focuses on small, daily actions, like choosing ethical suppliers and engaging with her community. These steps might seem small, but they are building her reputation and gradually paving the way toward her ultimate goal. By embracing such a philosophy, we foster humility and determination. We may not be omnipotent, but we firmly believe in our capacity to influence and enact change. This mindset helps us adapt and persist, even when progress feels slow or challenging. Now think about your own life. What small steps can you take today that will help you move closer to your goals? How can you apply the principle of doing good, even in small amounts, to become silently attractive in your personal and professional endeavors? The true essence of being silently attractive lies not in grand gestures or overt actions, but in the quiet consistency of doing good, bit by bit. It's about valuing the process over the outcome and understanding that our smallest actions can lead to significant changes. This Stoic lesson reminds us that each day is an opportunity to make a difference no matter the scale. Number 9. Change how you think about success. Redefining success not as a collection of titles, wealth, or followers, but as the development of a character aligned with nature and dedicated to our essential human functions of wisdom, bravery, and integrity. In the bustling tempo of modern life, where external accolades are often mistaken for achievements, Stoicism invites us to pivot our perspective and seek an internal compass of virtue. This profound shift in thought not only empowers us, but also centers our actions on personal growth and positive impacts on others. So, what if you paused right now to consider what success truly means to you? How does it feel to measure success not by what you have, but by who you are? The Stoic philosophy suggests that true success is achieved through the cultivation of a resilient character, one that harmonizes with our innate purposes. Such a viewpoint is incredibly liberating, as it places the reins of success firmly in our hands. External forces like the economy or societal approval become less daunting when we focus on nurturing our virtues and actions. To embark on this transformative journey, start with deep self-reflection. Ask yourself, what values hold profound meaning in my life? What qualities do I admire in others that I wish to embody? Set goals rooted in these reflections, aiming not only for achievements but also for personal development and contributing positively to those around you. Appreciate the process as much as the outcomes, honoring your dedication, your resilience, and your progress, even when immediate results are not visible. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This encapsulates the Stoic approach to redefining success, how you navigate challenges and strive towards your goals. Maintaining your ethical integrity and composure amidst adversity is as crucial as the goals themselves. By not relying on external validation, you might discover a more profound sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. As you reflect on this, consider what changes you might make to align your life more closely with these ideals. How will you adjust your goals to foster not just achievements but also growth and virtue? In shifting your focus from external accolades to the richness of your inner life, you might find that practicing virtues and forming meaningful connections are far more rewarding than any material success. This internal freedom is the key to a life truly well lived. Are you ready to redefine success and embrace the path of Stoic attractiveness? Thank you for being here in our video. Which of these psychological tricks do you find most applicable to your life? And why do you think it resonates with you? If you're stuck for something to share, start by telling about a time you used one of these tips or a similar technique you used to become more attractive without saying much. Now, let's go to the next chapter of this journey. Number 10. Don't always try to get approval. In a world incessantly clamoring for our attention and approval, the Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing counter-narrative: silent attractiveness, a charisma that does not scream for validation, but resonates with the quiet confidence of being unswervingly oneself. This silent allure is not about the superficiality of appearances. It is deeply rooted in a philosophical stance that values self-awareness, authenticity, and personal integrity above the fleeting and often fickle approval of others. Think of the poignant words of Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher. "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others." This quote encapsulates the crux of our exploration. Why should one's value and actions hinge on external validation rather than an internal compass of virtue? The journey towards silent attractiveness begins with a steadfast commitment to self-awareness. One must peel away the layers of societal expectations and self-imposed narratives to reveal the core of one's true self. This process is not merely an exercise in thought. It is a profound exploration that demands honesty and introspection. As you delve into your motives and desires, ask yourself, are my actions seeking approval, or are they expressions of my true beliefs and values? Building upon this foundation of self-awareness, the next step is to cultivate trust in your own judgments and decisions. Stoicism teaches us the importance of wisdom and reason in guiding our choices. By anchoring our actions in well-considered beliefs, we diminish our reliance on others' approval. This trust is not born overnight. It is the result of continually choosing to act in ways that align with our deepest values, even when such actions may be unpopular or misunderstood. In embracing our unique path, we must also accept that it is impossible, and indeed, unnecessary, to please everyone. Each individual is a mosaic of different values, beliefs, and perspectives. Attempting to conform to everyone's expectations is not only futile, but also a betrayal of one's true self. Instead, by being truthful and honest with ourselves, we cultivate relationships that are built on genuine understanding and mutual respect. Even if rejection looms on this journey, take solace in knowing that you are living with integrity, aligned with your Stoic ideals. As Epictetus once said, "If you wish to be loved, love." This reciprocal understanding of love and respect forms the bedrock of relationships that are not only meaningful, but also empowering. Thus, the essence of silent attractiveness lies not in seeking external validation, but in the quiet confidence of living authentically, according to one's own values and beliefs. It is a magnetic force that draws others not by loud declarations of worth, but through the subtle power of genuine self-expression. In embracing this Stoic approach, we find not only freedom and sincerity, but also a profound attractiveness that is both psychological and deeply spiritual. Number 11. Don't let anything confuse you. In our fast-paced world where every minute is accounted for and our attention is a hot commodity, mastering the art of saying no isn't just useful, it's essential. Stoicism teaches us the value of focusing on what truly matters and what is within our control. This often involves the challenging task of turning down requests, opportunities, or even demands that conflict with our core values. According to Stoic principles, we are to live in harmony with nature, acknowledging and respecting our personal limits. Recognizing that our time and energy are finite helps us prioritize our commitments wisely. Admittedly, rejecting requests can be daunting. Many of us grow up with the inclination to please others, sometimes at the expense of our own well-being or principles. However, Stoicism counsels us to rely on our judgment, encouraging decisions rooted in reason and virtue rather than fear or social pressure. When we decline an invitation or request from a place of integrity, we aren't merely saying no to a single offer. We are affirming our values and our commitment to living authentically. So, how do you enhance your ability to say no? Start by defining your values, understanding your goals, and knowing what you stand for. When you are clear about your direction, it becomes simpler to distinguish which requests align with your journey and which do not. It's important to remember that saying no doesn't have to be confrontational or negative. It can be expressed with gratitude and kindness. A polite yet firm, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to this right now," not only preserves relationships but also reinforces your self-respect. Consider the story of Alex, a software developer who was constantly asked to take on extra projects at work. By learning to say no, Alex managed to reclaim his personal time and focus on his passion for music, eventually leading his band to win a local competition. This newfound balance not only improved his quality of life, but also deepened the respect his colleagues and friends had for him. Now think about your own life. What are you saying yes to that doesn't serve your highest values or contributes to unnecessary stress? How might your life improve if you started saying no to things that don't align with your goals? By embracing the Stoic practice of discernment, you not only free yourself from unneeded pressures, but also gain the freedom to pursue what genuinely matters. The lesson here is profound, yet straightforward. Respect your limitations, prioritize your values, and watch as the world respects you in return. Number 12. Let go with the help of ignorance. In a world brimming with constant noise and fleeting interactions, have you ever paused to consider the profound impact of your silent presence? How can you truly showcase your value and achieve your aspirations without uttering a single word? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy revered for its practical wisdom, offers a compelling answer to these questions. It teaches us the power of restraint and the significance of actions over words. As we embark on this journey of personal growth together, let's explore how to harness these lessons to become silently attractive, a beacon of quiet confidence and resolve. Consider the Stoic practice of focusing only on what you can control: your actions, your responses, and your integrity. The rest, such as outcomes, the behavior of others, or the whims of fate, are beyond our direct influence. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By internalizing this wisdom, you can release the burdens of anger, stress, and disappointment that often stem from trying to control the uncontrollable. Imagine the liberation of disentangling yourself from these unnecessary weights and channeling your energy towards what truly matters: your passions, your relationships, and your personal growth. But how does this translate into silent attraction? By investing your efforts into actions that reflect your virtues and letting go of attachment to results, you demonstrate a compelling form of bravery, one that doesn't need to be spoken to be felt. This approach not only elevates your interactions but also sets a powerful example for others. How might your life change if you ceased to be perturbed by every setback or entangled in issues beyond your purview? Picture yourself redirecting that preserved energy toward enriching your life and nurturing the bonds that matter most. Moreover, Stoicism doesn't advocate for indifference to life's experiences, but rather a selective engagement, where you deeply care about the right things in a balanced and measured way. This measured engagement is a silent testament to your priorities and where your values truly lie. Reflect on this. What could you achieve if you were no longer held back by the fear of outcome or the need for external validation? As we continue on this path, consider the ways in which you can apply these Stoic principles to enhance your silent allure. Each step you take in mastering indifference to the uncontrollable is a step towards realizing a serene and magnetic presence. How will you start to incorporate these practices into your daily life, to not only enhance your own peace of mind but also to influence those around you without a word? Let us embrace the beauty of life's unpredictability and trust in the unfolding journey, knowing that the most profound impacts are often felt in silence. Appreciation for your participation in today's video. Before we move forward, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks for being part of our community. Please share your reflections. Do you feel resonated with some of these points? Your engagement is not only valuable, it's a vital encouragement for us. Now let's discuss more about the psychological tricks in Stoicism. Let's initiate our discussion. Aim to present yourself well. Dispel any notions of Stoicism as merely a philosophy of stern, distant ancients. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or standing apart. It's about discerning what truly merits your attention and what doesn't. Focus your energy on the way you present yourself, especially in relationships. Consider what it means to treat yourself with dignity. We sometimes lose our essence in the pursuit of pleasing others. For instance, we might adopt a style or manner of speaking that isn't truly reflective of who we are, inadvertently diminishing their regard for us. This is where Stoic principles guide us. Your value isn't derived from your attire or your destinations, but from your actions, your endeavors, and the choices you make. Imagine observing two individuals on a date in a cafe, one ostentatiously trying to impress, and the other content and confident in their appearance. Which leaves a lasting impression? Indeed, there is power in conducting oneself with honor. Embracing Stoicism means being truthful and respecting oneself. Today, this translates into simple actions. If something excites you, engage with it wholeheartedly and let your enthusiasm show. You don't need to emulate others. Just be comfortable in your own skin and recognize your inherent worth. Additionally, practice self-kindness. The way you treat yourself sets the tone for how others will treat you. Recognize that treating yourself with high regard sends a strong, unequivocal message. I merit respect and expect to be treated accordingly. In relationships, it's not solely about your words or self-perception. It's equally about how you behave and react in various situations. Are you responding out of fear or with dignity? Resist the temptation to compromise your principles just to blend in. Maintain your stance even if it means standing alone at times. Perfection isn't the goal. We all err and experience off days. What's crucial is how you manage those moments. Do you falter under pressure? Or do you maintain composure and glean lessons from the experience? Let's explore ways to behave more deliberately with those we interact with daily. Establishing firm, respectful boundaries in our relationships and being explicit about what we are willing to accept is one method. This not only preserves our mental well-being but also sets a mutual standard of respect. Learning to decline things that clash with our values and objectives is another way to honor ourselves. This might mean refusing commitments or situations that feel wrong or contrary to our principles, thereby affirming our authenticity and our commitment to living according to our beliefs. Perhaps the essence of our interactions is rooted in extending kindness and respect to others every day, recognizing the shared humanity in all we encounter, and empathizing with their experiences and emotions. This approach fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. Understanding and valuing our own worth increases how the external world perceives and treats us, thus initiating a positive cycle of mutual respect and appreciation for each individual's dignity. Understanding your true value might sound like a cliché lecture on self-love, but bear with me as it transcends mere self-affirmation. What does recognizing your worth have to do with Stoicism, you ask? Stoicism emphasizes focusing on aspects of our lives we can control, such as our self-perception. Your worth isn't determined by social media validations or digital interactions. Instead, it hinges on self-respect and personal perception. Imagine yourself as a precious gem. Not everyone recognizes the value of a rare stone. Some might overlook it without understanding its worth. However, its value remains undiminished. It remains precious, rare, and unique. This analogy mirrors your own existence, genuine, unique, and valuable. Your value isn't lessened by others' inability to recognize it. Let's face the reality that rejection and feelings of inadequacy are common, particularly in today's seemingly perfect world. Stoicism teaches us that our worth isn't contingent on others' opinions, but rather on how we conduct our lives, through our virtues and actions. Do you act kindly? Are you honest? Are you satisfied with your life's path? Your true value lies in these questions. Stoicism places great importance on self-reflection. Take a moment to consider not only your visible qualities, but also those that define your core, whether you're compassionate, resilient, or a good listener. These are the qualities that truly define your worth. Discover the power of self-awareness. Once you grasp and embrace this understanding completely and sincerely, it transforms your interactions with others. In your relationships, you'll refuse to tolerate disrespect, not out of arrogance, but from a deep-seated appreciation for your own worth. Let's practice this Stoic exercise. When faced with ridicule, resist the urge to falter in self-doubt. Reflect instead on your capabilities and moral principles. It's not about boasting, but recognizing your intrinsic value without seeking external approval. Marcus Aurelius, a celebrated Stoic leader, taught that while you can't control the external world, you can master your mind. Acknowledging this can fortify your inner strength. Understanding our self-worth is crucial, especially in the context of relationships. It's vital to recognize that our value doesn't stem from others' perceptions, but from our own self-view, nurtured daily. This awareness is both a lesson and a practice in bolstering our self-esteem and confidence. Each morning presents an opportunity to affirm our value, independent of others' opinions. We must reassure ourselves of our significance and worthiness of love and respect, grounded not in external validation, but in our core beliefs and character. Embarking on this journey of self-acceptance, each step enriches our understanding of our true value. Personal development is a gradual journey where we learn to appreciate our talents, virtues, and uniqueness. Delving into this personal exploration, we learn that our worth is not dictated by others. Realizing that we can cultivate and enhance our self-worth over time empowers us to manage our lives and relationships autonomously, liberates us from the need for others' approval, and equips us to maintain robust self-esteem and confidence. Recognizing our inherent value, even when unnoticed by others, and understanding our entitlement to love and respect simply for being who we are, is the essence of self-realization. Instead of mere declarations, demonstrate your boundaries. It's one aspect to communicate your limits and another to actively enforce them. Consider this. Claiming you won't tolerate mistreatment is one thing, but actively preventing it is where true validation lies. Regarding your boundaries, do you maintain them or allow others to overstep? Your true strength is reflected not in words, but through actions. This may be challenging, particularly when downhearted, but remember the Stoic wisdom. We control not only our actions, but also our reactions. Your behaviors define your boundaries more clearly than words can when someone infringes them. Your response, whether walking away or addressing the issue calmly and directly, speaks volumes about your respect for yourself and your insistence on mutual respect aligned with your values. This approach can transform relationship dynamics significantly. Others will recognize and respect your firm boundaries and the principles you steadfastly maintain. It's about fostering self-respect and consistently upholding it, akin to mastering an art form. The essence of Stoicism truly manifests in our handling of everyday occurrences. It's not confined to grand gestures or significant events. The real test lies in our response to minor inconveniences, like when plans are abruptly canceled or when someone's behavior shifts unexpectedly. Through composed words and actions, we communicate our boundaries and demonstrate that such behaviors are unacceptable. Awareness transcends mere presence in the moment. Fully immersing ourselves in the present involves a deep engagement with our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This immersion encourages us to scrutinize how our behaviors align with our personal boundaries and core values. On our journey of self-awareness, being fully present offers us the opportunity to assess whether our actions are congruent with our true selves. Constant self-evaluation is essential, questioning if our behaviors reflect our core beliefs and values, or if they are influenced by external pressures or societal norms. This continuous reflection involves meticulously analyzing every interaction and situation to understand our responses and ensure we are being authentic. We must remain vigilant of our boundaries, recognize when we feel threatened or disrespected, and take necessary measures to protect our integrity and mental well-being. The minor, daily events are the true testing ground for our character and inner strength. Mindfulness urges us to be present in each moment, cultivating greater clarity and wisdom in our decisions and actions. This practice enhances our ability to set and enforce personal boundaries in a stoic manner during our daily interactions. Adopting stoic principles involves more than rigid adherence to rules. It necessitates developing an internal compass that guides our reactions and behaviors in various scenarios. This inner guide, rooted in Stoic philosophy, reminds us to consistently honor our boundaries and values. Our boundaries should reflect our identity and what we hold dear, serving as a foundation rather than barriers to the outside world. As we embody this way of living, those around us begin to recognize and respect our clear boundaries. It's akin to establishing a mutual agreement on values that facilitates smoother relationships. By adopting this Stoic attitude, we enhance our self-worth and foster self-trust, leading to more genuine and respectful relationships. Upholding our boundaries and values illuminates honesty and integrity in a world often marred by uncertainty and confusion. In conclusion, this might seem somewhat old-fashioned or stern, but consider this perspective. It's not about being unapproachable, it's about self-respect and self-love. Stoicism teaches us self-discipline and self-regulation, not through rigidity, but with an understanding of what truly matters. To achieve immediate happiness, we must recognize what is genuinely valuable and not squander it lightly. By understanding and respecting our own worth, we navigate life with a stoic resolve, ensuring our actions consistently reflect our deepest values and beliefs. This approach empowers us to maintain our integrity and fosters a sense of peace and resilience amid the chaos of daily life. Thus, the practice of Stoicism in the minutiae of everyday existence fortifies our character, helping us to cultivate a profound sense of self-awareness, respect, and authenticity. This ongoing practice not only enhances our personal well-being, but also positively influences the dynamics of our relationships, fostering a community built on mutual respect and understanding. Embracing Stoic principles in every small action and interaction enables us to live a life of purpose, clarity, and strength, navigating the complexities of modern life with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Stoicism guides us in mastering our emotions, not by becoming indifferent or aloof, but by not allowing external disturbances to unsettle us. We learn to conserve our mental energy and invest it wisely, ensuring that others earn our attention and respect. This philosophy does not advocate for isolation, but emphasizes the richness that meaningful connections bring to life. By building relationships slowly and intentionally, rather than on superficial pleasures, we create bonds that are profound and enduring. Setting boundaries is not an exercise in exclusion or manipulation. It is a profound gesture of self-respect that aligns with our deepest convictions. Those who practice such discernment demonstrate their self-worth and invite others to recognize and respect it as well. Our actions speak volumes. In our interactions, we are selective about whom we engage with, cautious in our decisions, and measured in our speech. This balance between openness and discretion safeguards our mental health and self-esteem. Adopting Stoic principles, we set clear boundaries that echo our values, thereby shaping how others perceive and treat us. This commitment transforms our relationships, fostering respect and dignity. In a world where words are often hollow, Stoicism teaches us to focus on actions. We learn to discern sincerity not from promises but from consistent, reliable behaviors. Promises can be enticing, painting alluring visions of the future. However, the true measure of integrity lies in the alignment of one's actions with their words. Discrepancies here are telltale signs that compel our Stoic selves to see through the facade and recognize reality. Ultimately, our Stoic journey teaches us to look beyond mere words and to evaluate the authenticity of actions, ensuring we remain grounded in reality, not swayed by fleeting impressions. Let's delve deeper into this topic. Possessing the readiness to disengage is a form of self-support. It reflects a clarity of vision and the inner fortitude to identify when a relationship or situation contradicts your principles and self-esteem. However, I want to emphasize that this need not be a tumultuous or abrupt endeavor. More often, it is a peaceful decision, informed by the recognition that you are worthy of better circumstances. Venturing into the unknown may indeed be daunting and fraught with fear. In such times, we can draw inspiration from Stoic wisdom. The Stoics taught us to approach challenges with bravery and to embrace the constant flux of life. By releasing your grip on things that no longer benefit you, you are essentially clearing space for new experiences and possibilities. This act is a catalyst for personal development and rejuvenation. Remember, you are not clinging to a situation out of need or fear. Instead, you are making a deliberate choice for your mental well-being and happiness. When we muster the courage to depart from what no longer benefits us, we pay homage to our deepest desires and elevate our self-worth. Through the preparation to let go, we develop the skill to discern our true values. This enables us to identify and steer clear of harmful patterns in our relationships and make decisions that promote our long-term well-being and joy. Thus, preparing to walk away should be seen as an act of self-love and a commitment to a fulfilling, truthful existence. It constantly reminds us that we are deserving of respect and kindness in every interaction and that we are prepared to defend this right vigorously. Incorporating a Stoic perspective, the decision to decline something that conflicts with our values is not merely about informing others of our boundaries. It fundamentally involves a deep self-honesty. This process entails an introspective journey where we identify our true desires, affirming that our reluctance to engage in a relationship stems from a well-understood personal stance, not merely from external expectations. We must recognize that the fear of solitude should never compel us to compromise our well-being. Indeed, the act of saying no is not only an exercise in truthfulness but also a powerful affirmation of self-respect. By establishing robust boundaries, we are honoring our core values, a principle heavily emphasized by Stoic philosophy. The Stoics championed the virtue of integrity, advocating for actions that consistently reflect our beliefs. This approach exemplifies ethical living, choosing to adhere to personal standards rather than succumbing to external pressures or the demands of others. In asserting our refusal, we honor our genuine needs and advocate for our well-being. This stance not only protects us, but also sets a foundational standard for relationships characterized by mutual respect and understanding. Rejecting requests that do not align with our values is a crucial aspect of self-care and authenticity. This refusal does not signify selfishness or indifference towards others. On the contrary, it fosters healthier, more constructive relationships where all parties are appreciated and embraced for their authentic selves. By clearly communicating our needs and maintaining transparent boundaries, we cultivate connections that are both meaningful and respectful. Let us remember that it is perfectly acceptable to decline. This act is a manifestation of self-love and a critical step towards forging genuine and fulfilling relationships. By comfortably saying no when necessary, we position ourselves in a place of personal strength, allowing us to navigate our interactions with sincerity and moral integrity. As we wrap up today's exploration of silent attraction through Stoicism on Stoic in Your Life, we delve deep into the art of presence and the subtleties of psychological finesse that define the quietly magnetic persona. Today, we've journeyed through 12 psychological tricks, grounded deeply in Stoic wisdom, designed to enhance your silent attractiveness. We've discovered that it's not about the loudness of your words, but the profoundness of your presence that truly captivates and resonates with others. Stoic principles such as wisdom, temperance, and courage aren't just philosophical ideals. They are practical tools that can be woven into the fabric of everyday life to cultivate an authentic and compelling presence.